Hello, this is Anthony Striglia with Striglia Enterprises. In this video, I'm going to walk through a simple method mod. We're going to add a field to the estimates screen, and you can do this on any screen that has one record here. So for this, we're going to do the estimate screen. We're going to add an internal reference field, and then be able to type and save that to a record. So the first thing you have to do is add the field to the table, and then we'll modify it and add it to this screen, and then we'll also add it to this grid so that you can search it. Okay, so the first thing, like I said, is add it to the table. So we're going to go to Account Settings, Tables and Fields, and Estimate Table. And we're going to add a new field, and it's going to be called Internal Reference. And we'll leave it text, and we'll leave it 255. Save that, and then we'll come back over to the estimates screen. So when you first go into customize a screen, it's going to tell you that you have a published screen. You cannot make changes to this, so you have to create a draft. The very first time that you create a draft, it's going to actually create a copy and then create a draft of that copy. So we are on New Edit Estimate. I'm going to create a copy, and it's going to create me New Edit Estimate 2, and then it's going to bring me to version 2. So New Edit Estimate 2 is the copy of the New Edit Estimate screen. Version 1 is published. Version 2 is my draft. Every time you publish a screen and make a new draft, this version is going to increment. Okay, so I'm going to put that internal reference field right above this tags list. It looks like I have this big section estimate that kind of houses these columns, and then this section that houses, and then this section that houses the rows for the tags list opportunity and these other two. So I'm going to put a row, insert row above the tags list, and then I can grab my internal reference field from the list of fields here. So we have internal reference. Okay, and then we'll click on this. By default, that's going to be a text input field, input lines 1. We're just going to pop a space in between the internal and reference words for the caption. And we're pretty much going to leave everything else default. This is one of the most simple mods you can do in Method, is just adding a field to capture data. Okay, so now here we have our internal reference field. We could say int ref1. Sometimes you don't even need stuff like that. 4. Okay, and we can save that. And since we're on a draft version of this screen, if you have other users in here, they're not going to see this field. They're going to load up to that New Edit Estimate 2 version 1 screen, and they won't see this yet. Since I saved that 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be the internal reference for this estimate for Catherine. Come in here for Abigail. We have nothing in here. There's not been an internal reference. So this is working as expected. I can put, for the sake of simplicity in the video, we'll do that, and then we'll do one more here. Okay. You can see that saving for each record. Okay, let's publish this screen. We're done with this. Now everybody who's using Method will load up to this screen when they go to this estimate list screen and they click on one of the estimates from the list. They'll load up to New Edit Estimate 2, version 2. It doesn't show the version up here, but this is version 2. Okay, let's add that field here to this grid so that you can search it. So we're going to customize this screen now. So this is estimate list. Again, it's going to make us a copy and then make us a draft. So we're going to have estimate list 2 v2. Okay. Within this estimate list, we are going to come into the columns picker, and we have to add the internal reference to the column. And I'll put this right in between status and memo. And I'm going to put a space between internal and reference and close this. Then I'm going to come into the filters and views, and I'm going to take the shared estimates default view, and no, I don't need to do anything in here. In the columns, we just want to make sure that this is visible on desktop and mobile. Yep, perfect. Okay, close this. And now we can see that we have the internal reference field here in this grid. And if we search using the internal reference, we can get results based on this field. So again, we'll publish this screen. And now everybody has access to that uses method. Everyone will see the internal reference here in the grid, and everybody will see the internal reference here on the screen to be able to edit it, change it, or modify it. And that's it. That's how simple it is to add a field to a screen in Method. That's a very simple mod that you can do. You can get carried away with this stuff if you add too many fields. And there's different things you can do to link fields. There's different things you can do to automate things. But that's basically the bare bones basics of how to put a field on a screen. Thanks for watching.